Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Real Pro Tips. Today we're going to talk a little bit about a specific type of financing called FHA financing. The FHA service is incredible. It is federally backed mortgages, which mean that there is some huge benefits to that. First of all, you only have to put 3.5% down. So that myth about 20% down just doesn't exist, especially if you can go FHA. There are income limits on FHA, and there are limits on the purchase price of the property, and that is determined by county. So it's important that you think about this when you're looking to utilize an FHA product or for your mortgage. What county are you looking in, and what is your price range? Because there are limits. 3.5% down. And the other really neat thing is instead of paying PMI until you hit 20%, you pay a smaller PMI amount, but it's for the entire life of the loan. So it can really increase affordability, especially for first-time home buyers. But there are some things that you need to consider because it can be a little bit harder to get in this current market, your FHA offer accepted. So one of the main things that's a sticking point here is the FHA, the minimum HUD standards. So it's a little bit confusing because you have the mortgage and then you have your inspection, which is at the buyer's discretion, which is when you have an inspector come in and take a look at the condition of the property. But there's also the appraisal. Now, in most cases, the appraisal is just to assess the value of the property, and they don't really look too much into the details of the major systems. But when it comes to an FHA appraisal, because it's a federally backed product, there is a little bit of a higher standard. So there are minimum requirements that the house needs to meet, and they are mostly safety and health issues. You can have no peeling paint at all. You need to have proper banisters. There can't be any messed up electrical. There's a number of things that you need to consider. So why is this important? It is important both for buyers, because when you're looking at a property and you know you're going to be utilizing an FHA mortgage, you want to be looking for these things in advance. If you walk up to a house and there's tons of peeling paint, well, then you know that's going to be an issue when it comes down to the appraisal and financing. And we want to kind of cut those issues off at the pass, either by writing something into the contract in advance, or maybe just going with another property that doesn't have those challenges. Why is this important as a seller? Well, as a seller, you want to appeal to as many buyers as possible. So it's important that any of these minor issues that you can take care of in advance, you certainly should. If you have a little bit of paint that needs to be touched up, if you're missing a banister, or any of these small things that don't cost you too much, you want to make sure you take care of those before you put it on the market. That way you can appeal to the greatest number of buyers. And if you take the approach of not wanting to fix those things, you need to be aware that it's probably not a great idea to accept an FHA mortgage offer, because these items are going to come up and you're going to have to fix them. How do these things get fixed if they've found after you're under contract? Most times the sellers take care of it and then we move forward, but there is a possibility to do what's called an escrow holdback, which basically means some funds are held back from the seller and you still close, and the title company holds, or the mortgage company, depending, holds those funds until the issues are remediated, and then they go back out, they take a look, they say yes, it's good to go, and the rest of the funds are released. So there are solutions to every challenge and every problem. The important thing to do is have a great agent on your side to help you navigate those issues, and that's what I'm here to do, help you make your dreams a reality.